My name is Gina Bentley, and I will be studying abroad spring 2020 at the University of Jordan. Almost the entire population of Jordan is Arab, but they hold a pan-national identity since the nation-state is relatively new and overlapping layers of identities common in Jordan. There's also strong cultural resemblance. With Arabs from nearby countries, there are small groups of ethnic minorities that make up Jordan, such as the Circassians, which they are Muslims, Armenians that define themselves as Christians, Kurds, Muslims, and Dom Gypsies, which are Muslims. Under religion, the majority of Jordanians are Sunni Muslims, and the practice of Islam is a part of their daily life in Jordan. A call to prayer sounds 5 times a day in every city, town, and village. Jordan's largest religious minorities are Christians, most of whom are Greek Orthodox, but also including Melkite Catholics, Roman Catholics, Syrian Orthodox, Armenian Orthodox, Coptic Orthodox, Maronites, and some Protestant, and there are no Jewish people in Jordan. Under nationality, there persists a perceived difference between people whose origins lie in families, long residence on the east bank of the river, and people's families who originate on the west bank of the river. All of them are considered Jordanian citizens, yet Jordanians of Palestinian origin are estimated to number between half and three-quarters of the total population. Nearly all the people speak Arabic in Jordan, which is the country's official language. There's a lot of different dialects spoken with different accents, but they're mutually intelligible and similar to the type of Levantine Arabic spoken in parts of Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria. There's also, in all parts of the Arab world, there's a significant difference between the written language, known as Modern Standard Arabic, and the spoken form. It's also similar to classical Arabic that's taught in school. Jordan is a new nation-state that occupies ancient land and holds traces of many civilizations. Jordan was separated from ancient Palestine by the Jordan River, and it was part of the Ottoman Empire until 1918 and became a mandate of the UK, and ever since 1946, Jordan has been an independent kingdom. In addition, there's roughly 7% of people in Jordan who are expats. So, including guest workers, many of them are Egyptian, Sri Lankan, and Filipino, and a good amount of the population of Iraqi refugees. Under Uncertainty Avoidance Index, high versus low, Jordan scores a middle score of 65. They have a high preference for avoiding uncertainty. They have a need for rules, time is money, people have an urge to be busy and work hard, be punctual, and innovation may be resisted, and security is an important element in individual motivation. For long-term orientation, Jordan has a low score of 16, which means that Jordan has a normative culture. People in the society have a strong concern with establishing the truth, so they're very normative in their thinking. They also have respect for tradition, relatively small propensity to save for the future, and focus on achieving quick results and view societal change with suspicion. Indulgence versus restraint. Jordan scores a low score of 43, and culture is one of restraint. They have a tendency to cynicism and pessimism. They don't put much emphasis on leisure time and control their desires. People with this orientation have perception that their actions should be restrained by social norms and that indulging themselves is somewhat wrong. In Jordan, there is a big religious presence. Majority of Jordan is Muslim, so it's common while you're traveling to hear Muslim radio stations, and on the streets, the majority of women wear a hijab. There's also a call to prayer every day. Under dressing in Jordan is much more conservative than the US, so men and women have to be more conservative with what they wear, and in Jordan, men rarely will ever wear shorts, even if it's hot. And people care about how they look for something as simple as going to class more than people in the US. Under time, Jordan is a polychromic country. It's normal to be late and different from the US, where punctuality is imperative. Under collectivism. In Jordan, it's common for generations of families to live under the same roof, and the younger generation will take care of the elders out of obligation compared to the US, where if your family member is an elder and you don't have time to take care of them anymore, they're put into a nursing home. But in Jordan, the family will usually take time out of their day to care for the elders instead. Social interactions. Jordanians who are total strangers will chat happily about nothing special, asking for advice or exchanging opinions. People also shake hands in Jordan much more in the US, even if it's a stranger you just met. Also, personal space doesn't exactly exist in Jordan. People are always eager to chat. And lastly, hospitality. Jordanians who invite you to their home take hospitality very much to heart and want to make you feel comfortable and get to know you, and the polite way to show thanks for your invitation is to bring a token of appreciation. Although there are many cultural differences between Jordan and the US, I could definitely dress more conservatively, respect their religion, respect that not everyone's going to be on time, and remember that personal space does not exactly exist, and to always be respectful and say hi to people that I come across. As I plan to study abroad in spring 2020, I still have time to work on my application, class selection, housing, transportation, and my phone plan. So far, I've completed the selection of the school, passport, and banking. And that'll conclude my presentation. Thank you.